Hey, my name is Brian Swindell. I'm a United States Marine. I've been out of the Marine Corps since November 1995, which has been quite a while. So I feel like I've got some experience in what it's like to be come out of the Marine Corps after combat experience, coming out and what you deal with, mentally, emotionally. How you feel like a fish out of water when you first get out. You're transitioning. There's some things that I didn't get whenever I got out of the Marine Corps that it shocked me. So when I got out into the civilian world, I felt like a fish out of water. I feel like I didn't know where I belonged. Did I make the right decision? Should I have stayed in? Did I do the right thing by getting out? Nobody's got my back anymore. Where's my brothers? Whenever I'm in a bind, you're in a bind, you feel solo. All normal feelings. Most Marines you talk to feel that way. When they first get out. Hell, I still feel like that today sometimes. So the reason I'm sending this message, I just went to it's a seminar. They brought in a speaker called John Paul Gonzalez. He is famous now. He's a young guy. But he's famous for giving a speech to the New York Giants right before a big game against the New York Jets. This is a Christmas game in 2011. This guy, he was a school teacher. He's like a history teacher. He's like, why am I getting invited to do these things? But he was asked to do it. He was nervous. He did it. What he did is he basically, they had a big game coming up. They hadn't been doing that great. They didn't even think they were going to make it to the playoffs. So he went in there. Of course, he's familiar with where they're at. He asked them, mentally, where are you? Are you 100% in? He had a poker chip. So he's got this poker chip. And he relates it to life and the mental process and thought process to a poker game. And getting to the point in their life where they're putting everything in. He says, he asked the question, are you all in? And the guys did some self-reflection right there, right before the game. Are you all in? Is everything 100% of everything you're given, is it all in out there on the football field? Is it all in mentally? Are you hitting as hard as you can? Are you running as hard as you can? Are you reaching for that ball when it's thrown to you? Are you, as a quarterback, are you moving? Are you giving everything you've got mentally and physically when you're out there on the football field? That speech inspired these guys are huge. He said the one guy was like 6'9", 350 pounds with like a bare hand that just, went up his forearm when he shook his hand. Just, for this small, he's not a small guy, but, what he felt like this insignificant teacher being around this level of ball players, he's giving a speech. He rocked them. The New York Giants won the Super Bowl that year. So, as I'm listening to this speech, of course, I'm in there with a lot of civilians. I'm thinking, when I was in the Marine Corps, the guys that I was around, especially in a combat situation, we're all in. We're already all in. We're there. You have to be all in. The guy behind you, or in front of you, or beside you, he's all in too. You got to be. We're used to that. We're Marines. We're used to being all in. So, as inspiring as it was to these civilians, and it was a wonderful story. This guy is amazing. He's traveling all over the country, giving speeches at corporations and other professional baseball teams and basketball teams. The guy was really, really inspiring. It was a good message. But I relate that to the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps is you're all in. So as you're coming out of the Marine Corps, you're transitioning from active duty military, going into the civilian sector. Keep those same principles of being all in. Don't stop. You've already been taught a skill, a trade, whatever that is. But that doesn't mean you have to get out and do that skill and trade that you did in the Marine Corps. But when you get out, there's some basic principles. I am a business owner. I have people underneath me that I lead, and I hire, and I bring different. There's challenges. The biggest challenge I see is lack of motivation, lack of dedication. Guess what? What did I just say? Lack of motivation, lack of dedication. How many times you sing that in a cadence? It's not just a cadence. It's who you are. It's inside of you. Don't give up just because you got out of the Marine Corps. Don't quit exercising. Don't quit working out. Don't change your personal appearance where you look like a fat bastard out there. Get in there and get some. Stay in the gym. Or get back in the gym if you've been out for a while. You know, your personal appearance, your motivation, your attitude, all these things you learn in the Marine Corps, applying to your civilian life, you will succeed. Guys, there is a world out there that's begging for people like us. Motivated Marines that are dedicated to their job, all right? And you're all in. You already got those skills and those traits. Apply it here in the civilian sector, and you're going to kill it. If you're getting out of the Marine Corps, if you're out of the Marine Corps now, stay squared away. Do our Marine Corps proud. I love you guys. Hoorah.